Hi, friends. We're in the midst of a series called Christmas Characters, and today, what to do when God takes his time. I don't know if you're like me, but it's hard for you. Hold up, let me see. Much better. It's hard for me to be patient. And not only is it hard for me, it's hard for my son. I remember when he was a kid that we would tell him, Jonathan, we're going to give you a surprise. And he would say, "What's a surprise?" I'm like, "We can't tell you. It's a surprise." And he said, "What's the surprise? What's the surprise? What's the surprise?" It was the worst thing possible that you would tell me. A surprise is coming. When is it coming? When is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Did it come? Did it come? Did it come? You probably heard the saying that a promise delayed is not a promise denied. So let's talk about a promise. There's a guy in the Christmas story. He was a priest. His name is Zachariah. And Zachariah had a promise that took a long time to get there. He finally had a baby. And from the story of this encounter between the angel and Zechariah at the temple, we glean three principles. Number one, the first thing that we understand is, how do you act when the promise is delayed? How do you act when the promise is delayed? When the promise has not come? They were probably praying for decades, right? But the angel found them at church. There's some of you who just given up on God because you've been praying for like 3 months. Like, I don't know, God doesn't love me. God is not here. God does not. What do you do when what you've been praying for a long time is not happening? You continue to love God. You continue to serve God. You continue, just stay the course. A promise delayed is not a promise denied. God has perfect timing. I don't know how many times uh, I had to hear that before I finally understood it. It's interesting that Zechariah said, "Okay, I really want a baby. God's not giving it to me yet, but I'm going to stay the course. I'm not giving up. I'm not getting rebellious. I'm just going to stay the course." Somebody needed to hear that today. Number two, this story talks to us about the power of words. The Bible says that you'll be condemned by your words, you'll be justified by your words. I don't believe in the name it and claim it theology, where you just speak it into existence and then you have a Lamborghini in your house. I don't believe in that theology, but I do believe in the power of words. I do believe that from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when somebody is online, always spewing conspiracy theories, always spewing negativity towards the church, towards other people, towards always negative. Everything they post is negative. Everything they say is negative. Everything they post is critical. Every conversation is negative. You have to ask yourself, so what is it that you have inside? There is power in words. So I would just encourage you during this Christmas season. But I mean, this would be a great video to share. Some positive video, a positive post, a positive comment, positive something. Get used to affirmation instead of criticism. I was doing a little while ago, I was doing a Christmas preaching program. And before I preached, there was a group of young people who came and sang. And instead of celebrating the fact that young people who are disconnecting from church at alarming rates are in a church activity, they're praising God, they're using their gift, they're organizing everything. Not a single adult was organizing anything of this program. The young people organized the live stream, they organized the music, they organized the program. They only invited the old guy to preach. It was everything but organized by young people. Instead of celebrating the fact that we have young people participating in a spiritual activity, somebody just decided to just really lay into them because there was a Christmas tree in the back. A Christmas tree, there's this Christmas tree. You know that Christmas is not on the 25th, and there's no, the word Christmas is never mentioned in the Bible. And what, like, why are we like that? Like tell me, please. Why are we like that? Why are we like that? Affirm, affirm. People who are grace oriented are generous with their affirmation. And the last one is this. And this one makes me laugh. You ready for this? It makes me laugh. The third thing that we learn from the story of Zachariah is this. The angel shows up the angel shows up at church, right? And appears from nothing to Zachariah and tells him, you're going to have a baby. And Zachariah says, this is right there in the Bible. He says, so how do I know this is true? Dude, like how many other times was angels appearing out of nowhere and telling you what you've been praying for is actually coming true? Does that happen every day that you like, well, angels have appeared for the last 3 weeks and nothing's happened. How do I know you're true? This is the third thing that I want to tell you. And this is what I want you to write in the comment section, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. I want you to write this because this is our prayer for the day. It's my prayer for the day, your prayer for the day. Would you write this down? Lord, help me see the blessing that is right under my nose. Right? Some of you are looking for a spouse. Is that friend that you have? It's right under your nose. You never see him that way. You never see her that way. But all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is what happened with me and my wife. All of a sudden we're like, wait a minute. We're really good friends. And we've been married for 28 years. Maybe that job is right under your nose. Okay, maybe that blessing, that connection, that movement, that answer is right under your nose, and we're still asking, is this really it, God? Is this really? And you forever asking for signs where the answer is right there under your nose. So I just want you to write down in the comment section and say, God, please help me see the blessings that are right under my nose. Ready? Okay, if you like this video, if you're watching it somewhere else, somebody linked this to you, I will invite you to join us in our YouTube channel. We have a virtual family. We have a bilingual channel, English and Spanish. Come join us. Subscribe to the channel so you get all the videos. There's a lot of stuff in the channel, over 300 videos you can watch and binge and get some positive faith-based content in your heart. It's like a faith injection every day. All right. May God bless you. And remember, a promise delayed is not a promise denied. God, please help me see the blessings that are right under my nose. Characters of Christmas. Today we talked about Zachariah.